Everybody, Sentai Snob here, and we are kicking off the new year. I'm here with Adrian from Alabama, and we're talking about the Green Ranger line.
Alright, that's the best way to start off the new year. Start out with one of the most awesome Rangers, and then go with the Proceeders.
So, let's talk about Tommy. You know, originally as evil, they couldn't even touch him for 5 whole episodes.
Yeah, and then, he can fire lightning bolts and all this other stuff, and then all of a sudden, after that little mini-series is over, can't do it anymore.
And then, the Green Candle comes along. It's a good send-off. It's fair enough. And then Return of an Old Friend comes along, and it really sets up for Season 2, and how Tommy was to spend his last days as the Green Ranger. But what really gets me going is Jason David Frank actually talked about Green No More a few years later. He actually said in an interview that he doesn't like to talk about those episodes because, in Zeo they introduce his brother, and there's, his brother died of eating poisoned shellfish or something.
I think it was a blowfish.
Yeah, it was blowfish.
Yeah.
And then after Tommy, we have Adam, who I've said before is my favorite Power Ranger. And him as Zeo Ranger 4, was it him as second in command after Tommy, or Rocky?
I think it was him. I don't think Rocky was. I don't know.
But what's your 2 cents on Adam?
Well, in my opinion, that's probably one of my favorite Rangers, actually, was Adam. But, Tommy as Green was my favorite. But after that, it just seemed like Tommy as a character was getting way too cocky in the show as it went on,
Yeah, and as I've said, Jason David Frank actually petitioned to leave halfway through Turbo, him and Catherine Sutherland. And then Turbo comes along, and, the cast change actually came out of left field. And, when they replace Adam with Carlos annoys me.
I didn't like Carlos that much, to be honest. Like, having him as the Green Turbo after Adam, it was just kind of like, you go from this guy who was like awesome since season 3, and all of a sudden you go to this new guy and it's just like, okay, he's not really that awesome compared to like having Adam or Johnny Young Bosch in there.
I mean, all he did throughout Turbo and Power Rangers in Space was complain. He never once followed orders.
Hey, there was that one episode where he was like a vampire or something.
Well, all I can say to that is I'm glad he didn't sparkle.
No, I think there's a little sparkling once you include the sparks and explosions effects in Power Rangers. Then, yeah, you've got a little sparkling.
Well, there you go. I mean, you know where I live.
Yeah.
And I've taken more than one stab at Stephanie Meyer.
Oh, God. Who hasn't?
Well, I have a personal score to settle. So, anyways, from Carlos, we have Damon.
I think so, yeah. Galaxy. Lost Galaxy.
And didn't he help invent the jet jammers? Or was that all him?
I think it was. I don't quite remember. It's been a long time since I've actually seen Galaxy, but I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't get a lot of respect. I mean,
he was kind of like the Billy of the group in a way, like doing all the maintenance.
Yeah, and he actually stood up to the team, he stood up to Leo when he said, "You know, you're always in trouble." Then
Yeah.
we have the time he stood up to Kai in the second episode. I mean, poor Damon. And then we have Joel.
Joel. Oh, Lightspeed, yeah. He was just kind of flirting and kind of a show stealer, I guess.
I mean, for 40 episodes, we have him trying to get into Miss Fairweather's pants.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it appears we have the same 2 cents on every Green Ranger to date.
Yeah, just about.
And then we have Trip, who is actually one of the better Green Rangers in my opinion.
Trip was pretty good, yeah.
I mean, he had to deal with prejudice, which is something you don't often see in Power Rangers.
Right.
I mean, there was one episode where he actually defended an alien. And another episode where he stood up to the Quantum Ranger.
Yeah, I think Trip, out of like the newer Green Rangers from like anything after Turbo, I think it's one of the only actual good Green Rangers.
Yeah, and then we come to Disney where they give us Cameron, or Cam.
I take that back, Cam, yeah. He was a good Green Ranger. Samurai one.
Yeah, green. Remember, kids, there's a difference between Green Samurai and Samurai Green. When I say Green Samurai, I'm referring to Cam, because he had the gold jacket that could come off.
Cam was right up there on par with Tommy, in my opinion.
Plus, he had the Cyclone Morpher, and he actually did maintenance and didn't get any respect from his team until he became a Ranger. The only one that gave him respect was Tori.
He was about, I think, one of the only Rangers that had to go on this whole quest to get his powers. I mean, you know, we have Quantum Ranger that has to go back in time and get that whole thing for the Q-Rex, but that wasn't for his powers. Cam actually had to do a quest to get his powers.
Mm-hmm. And then we have a cameo with James Galen. But after Cam, we have Bridge. And Bridge was sort of a...
Hey, Bridge, it's buttery.
That's all we're gonna say about Bridge.
He's buttery.
It's buttery. I had to do the hint. It's buttery. Then from Bridge we have Xander. Oh.
God, Xander.
I hate Xander.
Mystic Force. God.
I mean, Mystic Force ranged from bad to just plain unbearable.
I couldn't stand it at all. I watched maybe a few episodes here and there, but that's it. I couldn't follow the series.
And from Mystic Force we have Jungle Fury. We have 2 Green Rangers if you kind of think about it. We have the Elephant Ranger, which is an American made. Well,
Yeah.
exclusive to Jungle Fury, and Camille. Well, I guess Camille sort of counts.
It's kind of more of like a beast form type thing. I mean, it's hardly even an actual ranger.
Yeah. Depends on what you want to go with. An alternative form, I guess we'll call it. And then from the Elephant Ranger, we have Ziggy, who I think is one of the better Green Rangers because he actually learns to fight. And he has a decent backstory.
Ziggy's backstory was pretty good, yeah. Plus, they had him kind of similar, actually, to Go on Green.
Yeah, The only difference between him and Go-On Green is Go-On Green was a transvestite, but that's censorship.
Whoa, what?
Go-On Green was a transvestite.
Seriously? I didn't even know that.
Well, I've reviewed Go-Onger, and I actually saw this season in full, and there's one episode where he meets a character whose granddaughter died, and...
Yeah, I remember that.
But it's just one episode. And finally, from Ziggy, our most recent Green Ranger is Mike. I can't stand Mike. Then again, I can't stand the entire cast of Samurai.
They can't... Okay, my take on Power Rangers Samurai, it looks like Degrassi, except Degrassi has better acting.
And I actually call Power Rangers Samurai Power Rangers Calvin Klein. Because I swear, every Power Ranger in that season looks like they had a contract with Calvin Klein and are Calvin Klein models.
Yeah. Oh, God. I just can't stand Samurai at all.
And plus, what's with the exclusive Megazord armor?
Mega Mode. Oh, God. Mega Mode, everyone. Here, look at us. Yeah, we got armor now. Yeah, but we can't use it outside the Zord, so it's totally useless.
I mean, here's one thing that would have made sense. In Season 2, after Tommy became the White Ranger, and the new 3 Rangers came in, they have a battle, and they can't pilot their Megazord for some reason. So they switched to the Die Ranger suits. It would have given them more footage to use. And after Season 3 comes in, you know, Rito destroys the armor, he destroys the Thunder Zords. Boom.
And then Samurai. And no, not only that, let's turn, you know, Kaku Ranger, which was ninjas, let's make them aliens. Because that makes total and perfect sense.
Because we're just making all this shit up. What? Anyways, we'll be right back after this, and then Adrian is going to fill us in about Kamen Rider. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
And shit.